feel better when I'm just so negative. I just have this cloud over my head and walk around and I'm so grumpy and everything I do is just like... Hey guys, and welcome back to another self-love stuff video. Thank you so much to everybody that watched and shared my previous video. I'm so appreciative of it, and I'm so glad that you guys are as excited as me to see more of the content. And for those who haven't seen the video yet, you guys can go onto my channel and click the video before this. It's just a little introductory of the beginning of my self-love journey. So today's video is going to be about negative self-talk. I truly believe that the first steps of self-love is being so much more kind to yourself. I'm sure you guys are aware that is a lot more harder than you think, but hopefully I can give you some tips in this video to help you kind of ease your mind and be a lot more kinder to yourself. Negative self-talk is still something that I deal with every single day. I feel like everybody will always deal with it. We're all natural survivors, right? So we live to survive, we eat, we try to get ourselves out of situations, we also protect ourselves. And when we're protecting ourselves, it usually means that we have to look at the bad side of everything. So our minds will naturally look at the negative side of everything. That includes negative talk towards yourself. Rather than me telling you there's a magical way to get rid of all the negativity, there isn't. One of the only ways is that we can train our mind to think more positively rather than allowing those negative thoughts to really affect our everyday. So first things first, as soon as you get a negative thought, you've got to just let it pass like a cloud. You've got to let it go into your mind and pass through. One thing you do not want it to do is affect you. Don't be so hard on yourself that you are still thinking negatively or you have negative thought. That's completely normal. It's just being able to tie it down and not let it affect you. That's the important part. I think the way that I deal with negativity towards myself is replacing every single negative thought with a positive one. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't do this every single time. There are days where I am so negative, the whole house knows, and I don't know, I feel better when I'm just so negative. I just have this cloud over my head and walk around and I'm so grumpy and everything I do is just like obviously we don't want to live like that. Every time I do allow the negativity to get to me, I've just been so unproductive. I've said nothing nice to myself. I feel even worse. But we forgive and we move on. So the next time that I will think of a negative thought, I always replace it with a positive thought. I would feel super negative about the way I look, for example. I would look at myself and I'd be like, ugh, like I definitely do not look how I used to look like last year. There's no way. I could definitely sit there and start thinking so negatively about every single part of my body that I absolutely hate right now. But I always try to replace it with positive. Like, look at me, mad struggling today. It takes some time, you know, I'm like proper struggling to think of positive things to say about myself right now. This is like some real life thinking. This is what you actually have to do sometimes, like sit down and really think of positive things. Okay, I'm super healthy. My body still allows me to do exercises. I'm still functioning, so I'm able to make a change. You want to make sure that you're quick to know that these thoughts are just thoughts. Like, you haven't manifested them yet. You want to manifest the positive. One thing I've learned is that the mind is so powerful. You can literally turn the worst day or the worst morning into the best day. Just by talking more positively towards yourself. Or the more positive things you think about in the day, the better your day will turn out. And that's just given. Especially if you're in a state of like, you're so low and all you can think about is just negative things. The one moment you push past that and you think of more positive things, it's actually just so mad how quickly your mood can change. One thing you can do that's really helped me as well in the past is just to be logical about it. So on a piece of paper, write down literally everything that you're worried about at the moment, all the negative things you might even think about yourself, about your situation, whatever. Write it all down and be completely honest. Obviously, you don't want to sit there in like negativity for too long, so write it down, move on. And then you want to write down literally the complete opposite, everything that could go right about that negative thought. Another thing you can do daily as well to get rid of those negative thoughts is having a gratitude list. So with the gratitude list, I always wake up in the morning and I do it as a thought in my head, you know, like I think about things that I'm grateful for the day, like waking up first of all. the house that I live in, the bed that I'm waking up, people that are around me when I wake up, my mind, my body, everything. Like, the list can go on and on. If you think about just things that you're grateful for throughout the day, it just almost makes you feel bad for feeling negative. It just takes those negative thoughts and doesn't let them sit, because you just think about all the positive things in your life. Another thing you can do along with that gratitude list, especially if you're suffering with learning to love yourself, as you saw, like, I'm really honestly still trying to think of positive things to say sometimes about myself. Sometimes it's literally a matter of sitting down and writing every single thing you love about yourself. Don't feel bad that other people are saying that they can see it in you, but you can't see it in yourself. That's part of the journey, you know? So if you can get around to actually making a list and writing down everything that you love about yourself, you're taking those crucial steps towards self-love. Truth of the matter is, negative self-talk won't stop. You will always find yourself speaking negatively in any situation. But the most important thing is to stop letting it affect you. And it will get to a point where you're able to turn every single negative thought into positive. And then eventually it will just become this tiny, tiny voice that is still there to protect you, but it won't affect you anymore. Anyways, I hope this video helps some of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and to share this video with anybody that you feel like needs to hear this. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, I'm sending love and light always. Bye.